What's up? It's Rob again, Old City Vapors, and I'm vaping at the moment. Some Puppy Drool by Pitbull Vapes. You know, I did a tarot card review on the Zombie Tarot, so I figured, well, I did that one, I might as well do another one, right? I got a few questions and stuff on that deck and a few responses, and so let's do another one. What do you say? Today we'll talk about this one right here, which is the Victorian Steampunk Tarot deck. This deck is designed by Liz Dean, and it's illustrated by Bev Speight. And pretty cool deck. There's two different kind of popular steampunk tarot decks, which I guess I'm going to do a review on the other one as well. But this one today, we're talking about the Victorian Steampunk Tarot. And this is it. This is how it comes in a nice sturdy cardboard box. And I like when decks come in a nice sturdy box, because you can keep them in the box, you can keep them in a bag, whatever. I kind of like to keep mine in the boxes that they come in. I'll read you just a little quick review, quick little info on the from Liz Dean's website. Talks about the deck a little bit. It's a 78 card deck, 64 page color guidebook that comes with it. Steampunk is an art and literature movement that merges alternative histories, fantastical visions, and strange inventions, all rooted in Victorian England. Think Jules Verne, spyglasses, mechanical engineering, freaky science, and clockwork, butterflies, and burlesque. And there you have a taste of steampunk. The Victorian Steampunk Tarot, we took our inspiration from the spiritualist movement that began in England and America in the 1840s. At the beginning of Queen Victoria's reign, along with the Rider-Waite and Viscount Forza tarot symbolism, artist Bev Speight launched a few steampunk inventions of her own too. See the horsey flying machine for the chariot. The minor arcana cards are inspired by the Victorians' love for botanical collections. So are named. Traditionally, the minor arcana would, be cups, swords, that whatnot. These have been changed a little bit. Bees are the swords. Dragonflies are the cups. Moths are the fire. And beetles is earth. So, like I say, there's the box that it comes in. Again, nice and sturdy. Let's open her up and see what you get when you purchase this deck. Open it up. It's going to look just like that. You have a nice little 64-page color booklet here. The booklet itself is going to be like that. Pictures of some of the cards on the back. And opening the book, you have illustrations of the cards in the book, as well as the meanings behind all the cards. So, each card has a page with a description, and kind of detailing what the card is about. And so that helps you as far as that goes. And then the front of the book, there's different layouts, a lot of information in this little book. Different card layouts, shuffling the deck. Just a lot of different information in here that, is kind of good to have, especially if you're, just beginning with tarot cards and whatnot. Or if you just like groovy artwork and stuff like that, this is a pretty cool deck to have. If you like the steampunk kind of, Victorian steampunk. The other deck that I mentioned is more of a kind of futuristic, kind of science fiction, I should say. Kind of blended old and new. This one is cool because it's Victorian steampunk. It has a little bit different theme to it. Here's some of the cards. Another thing that's cool about these is, for instance, there's the back of all the cards, actually, not just a card. Like I say, what's cool about this deck, too, one of the things that's cool about it, there's several things that are cool about it. For instance, the back of the cards, that's an actual photograph that was taken, and then, you know, of course, manipulated in Photoshop and added things to it. But it's an actual photograph that was taken of a doorstep in England. Like I say, all the backs of the cards that's what they have on them. While we're talking about the cards themselves, another thing that I'll add is the stock of the cards. These, they're, you know, they're still fairly stiff. They're not as thick as some of the ones, you know, like when I reviewed the zombie cards. They were real nice, heavy, thick stock. These are a little bit more flimsy. Some people like the thinner cards. Some people like the thicker cards. I myself kind of like the thicker, more, you know, sturdier cards. These, I would say, are kind of on the average of like a, you know, a good quality playing card. Edges are nice and smooth. No real burrs or anything on the edges. Like I say, the stock themselves, it's nice. It's just not as thick as something like the zombie deck that I talked about earlier. The borders on the cards are kind of nice and thin. I know some people don't like a huge border. You know, these, I mean, while they do have the black part of the border, it's not, the image doesn't go edge to edge. I know some people like that. You know, I just like the looks of these. I don't mind that black border there. And then you have the little background border around that. So just something to be aware of if you're, you know, you like no borders at all. I know some people will trim their cards. Some people do all kinds of things. Just thought I would add that for you. Fronts of the cards. Which one is this? There you go. That's the dragonflies, which represents the suit of cups. All the dragonfly cards are going to have, you know, stuff like that on them. Let's go to the Magician. Kind of a Circus X type feel to it. The High Priestess. Just kind of shuffling through these to give you an idea of what some of the cards look like. The Lovers. Got the clocks, you know, the gears, the little cherub, the gloved hand, the top hat. Really cool art in all of these. Kind of a typical steampunky type look. The Hermit. So when you get the deck, you'll have that book on top, and then your cards are going to be laying in the box just like that. They're going to both have little plastic wraps around them. Obviously, mine has been taken off. The Moths, which represent fire. Again, another moth. 7 of moths. Bees, which would be what? Do you see it right down there on the bottom? Swords. That would be the 10 of swords, or bees. So each suit, whether it's moths, bees, dragonflies, whatnot, are all going to be numbered like that. Beetles. That would be the ace card. The king. a 10. So there you go. That gives you an idea of what some of the artwork looks like. I'm not going to show them all to you because, hey, you got to be surprised a little bit, right? Pull out a couple of more here. The Empress card, which has, I believe that's Queen Victoria. Strength. So there you go. That gives you a little idea of what this deck looks like. And, you know, it's kind of based on that traditional Rider-Waite type deck. But it has its own little flair, its own little different spin to it. And the artwork is really cool. I enjoy this one for sure. I can read what's on the back of the box for you if you would like to hear it. I got to put my spectacles on for that. Using tarot cards is a time-honored way to see the patterns of the past, explore the potential of the present, and predict what is to come. The Victorian Steampunk Tarot contains illustrated book and a full deck of 78 cards, each one perfectly encapsulating the steampunk spirit. The cards follow the traditional elements used in the classic decks, such as the Rider-Waite, but introduce new imagery that reflects the steampunk aesthetic, including clockwork, hearts, butterflies, deconstructed burlesque, and brass spyglasses. In the accompanying book, Liz Dean describes the easy-to-follow layouts and gives interpretations for upright and reverse cards. The deck is a perfect gift for the tarot aficionado, or to those new to this ancient art. So there you go. A quick little review of the Victorian Steampunk Tarot deck. Like I say, I got a couple more coming up sooner or later. I don't know when I'll get around to them, but been on a little bit of a roll here with videos, and figured I'd throw this one up there too. So there you go. There you have it. Back to taking a vape. And that's all I got for now. Again, I will say, not that I said it before, I picked these up for $18.95, and I got these at Barnes & Noble. They're available. Barnes & Noble, Amazon has tons of them. You can look around, find them for different prices. Like I said, I paid $18.95 for mine. I have seen them for less. I have seen them for more. So, you know, if you're interested, I'll put a couple links below to the deck, and maybe I'll throw Liz Dean's website up there too, so you can check that out. And happy tarot reading or collecting or whatever you may choose to do with your own tarot cards. There you go. There you have it. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.